good day. I hope you guys are up and doing well. Wanted to bring you guys this breaking news, and I know that a lot of you may be watching this at a later time. So, hope you guys are having a good morning again. If you do me a favor, I'd appreciate it, and that's give the video a thumbs up right now. If you're on your phone right now, if you double click your screen, it will give the video a thumbs up. I know that you guys are not used to me just popping up and doing stuff real early, but I had to come out and run out and do this video real quick, so I'm not going to have time to address a lot of you guys that may be in here or may not be in here, but I did want to go ahead and get this video started for you guys, and hopefully I'm bringing y'all some information that you may have not have known either. So ladies and gentlemen, President Trump snapped this morning. He is pissed off because it appears that Israel and Iran, they did not hold up to their bargain of the ceasefire, and President Trump has some very choice words to say about it. So to just give you guys up to speed, if y'all did not know this, there was a ceasefire deal that was announced by President Trump yesterday between Israel and Iran, and he said that it is a complete ceasefire. Everybody was happy. Everybody was good with that. Hey guys, this thing is going to be over, but apparently something really wrong happened, right? Something really wrong happened, and you guys are going to be able to see what I'm talking about when I said that President Trump can be gangster. Okay, so I want to give you a warning though, okay? There is going to be some cursing in this video, okay? You hear me? There is going to be some cursing. So here is the following video, right? I want to make sure you guys can hear this. Check this out. Maybe I can make this a little smaller. But no, we'll keep it right there. Watch this. President Trump is pissed off.
But reports coming from the region suggest that the sides accuse each other for violating the ceasefire. So
I think they both violated it. I don't think I'm not sure they did it intentionally. They couldn't rein people back. I don't like the fact that Israel went out this morning at all, and I'm going to see if I can stop it. So as soon as I get away from you, I'm going to see if I can stop it, okay? I think it's been completely demolished. I think the reason we're here is because those pilots, those B-2 pilots, did an unbelievable job. And you know, the fake news, like CNN in particular, they're trying to say, well, I agree that it was destroyed, but maybe not that destroyed. You know what they're doing? They're really hurting great pilots that put their lives in the line. CNN is scum, and so is MSDNC. They're all, and frankly, networks aren't much better. It's all fake news, but they should not have done that. Those pilots hit their targets. Those targets were obliterated, and the pilots should be given credit. They're not after the pilots, they're after me. They want to try and demean. Iran will never rebuild its nuclear. From there? Absolutely not. That place is under rock. That place is demolished. The B-2 pilots did their job. They did it better than anybody could even imagine. They hit late in the evening. It was dark with no moon, and they hit that target with every one of those things, and that place is gone. But when I see CNN all night long, they're trying to say, well, maybe it wasn't really as demolished as we thought. It was demolished. If you take a look at the pinpricks, and you see, that place is gone. And I will say, I think CNN ought to apologize to the pilots of the B-2s. I think that MSDNC ought to apologize. I think these guys really, these networks and these cable networks are real losers. You really are. You're real losers. You're gutless losers. I say that to CNN because I watch it. I have no choice. I got to watch that garbage. It's all garbage. It's all fake news. But I think CNN is a gutless group of people, and the people that run it, nobody even knows it's been sold so many times. But the people that run it ought to be ashamed. MSDNC, a guy named Brian Roberts, he heads it. He's a disgrace. He's a weak, pathetic disgrace.
Do you believe that Iran is still committed to peace?
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
Are you questioning if Israel is
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because the one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Sounds like he's happy, don't it? You want to hear that again?
You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
One more time for the people in the back.
I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because the one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what I told you guys. And whenever I got to meet President Trump, a lot of us got to meet President Trump, and behind closed doors, I told you guys that Trump was flat out gangster. And what you just heard right there, how he did that, that's exactly how he talked plainly, bluntly to us that were back there in that room with him. Now, as you guys know, apparently there was supposedly a peace deal that was worked out, or rather a ceasefire that was apparently worked out, and Trump announced it. And I guess within an hour of him announcing it, that there was a ceasefire, that Israel actually went and dropped bombs. So now the question comes this, ladies and gentlemen, and this is where I kept telling you guys, all the stuff about a lot of folks saying Israel is all alone, Israel is all alone, Israel is always being attacked, Israel has always been attacked, Israel is about making peace. This is what I keep trying to tell some of you guys. And look at here, all of you that was all about this end time, this is Bible prophecy, Israel is always the one being on the attack. So tell me something right now. You just heard President Trump say that they made a deal that was supposed to go into effect, a ceasefire. He said after they made the deal, and he said 12 hours to get everything taken care of, he said that Israel went and dropped loads of bombs, the likes of which they never have done before, is what he said. So all I'm saying to a lot of you who try to use Israel as the means of ushering in the end of the world, or end times, or signs of the times, and wars, and Israel is always the one that's being picked on, Israel is always the one being bullied. So you're telling me that in a time of peace, and Israel asking the United States to pretty much help and intervene and support us, Israel goes out and drop bombs while they're trying to make a peace deal? And Iran is responding, is what he's saying. So President Trump apparently, as y'all saw, getting ready to get on the helicopter, he apparently is getting ready to go and try to, I guess, bring more peace. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is the latest news that I have. That's the latest news I'm going to give you as this stuff pours in. Shout out to the producers that emailed me and texted me this morning from the different news networks. Shout out to you guys for getting this information out to me, and shout out to you guys for giving me the link to this video. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to see it one more time, for those of you that may be coming in here late, President Trump snapped because he did not like the fact that they had a deal in order. And Israel, I don't know what's going on, y'all. The chat just froze. But President Trump, they had a deal in place for a ceasefire, and apparently, according to what it sounds like to me, with what Trump said, Israel reneged on that, right? So let me get ready to show you guys again what President Trump said, okay? So pay attention to what President Trump says right here.
I'm not happy with Iran either, but I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because the one rocket that didn't land, which I've never seen before.
Here it is. When I told you guys that he said there was a ceasefire, Trump said there was a ceasefire in place. But then after the ceasefire, it appears that Israel went out and attacked. So listen to this.
Do you believe that Iran is still committed to peace?
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
Questioning Israel is committed?
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because the one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, some of you guys are going to take what Trump just did right there, and you'll say something like, man, that's so messed up, man. Why is President Trump talking like that? This is what they're going to do, guys. The news is getting ready to run with this, which they're going to run with this, and President Trump is so angry. He's so mad. Look at this. What type of president talks like that? Oh my God, come on, y'all stop the BS. We all know that every darn president and all that, people can appear diplomatic and so purr, but then behind closed doors when they talk real, you get to hear it. So what President Trump just did right there and what you guys heard, that's exactly how he talked with us when we got to meet him. So anyway, my point is saying that for you to, if anyone wants to take President Trump's reaction of him being pissed off and mad and try to turn it into something, it's because how much more do he has to prove to you that he's trying to make peace? Israel did all this crying, and some of y'all can disagree with this, it's arguable, but I'm just giving it to you guys in the lamest term way. Israel did all of this crying, all of this whining. Iran is attacking. They cannot have bombs. Iran cannot do this. Netanyahu has been saying this for decades. Israel cannot have bombs. Israel. And then a lot of y'all buy into it. We support Israel. Israel is always being bullied. Israel is God's chosen people that people just keep on bullying Israel. Iraq bullied Israel. Libya bullied Israel. And now we got Iran bullying Israel. Israel are always the ones being picked on. Israel, Netanyahu, we need the United States to help us to keep these terrorists from making bombs that they can make next week. President Trump, in which a lot of us disagree with, went in and helped Israel and annihilated their nuclear power plant, right? They annihilated it. And with that being done, it dismantled Iran. Iran gets mad and tries to fire at the U.S. bases, which didn't do anything. And next thing we know, within hours, supposedly there was a peace offering made to where Israel and Iran made a deal to have a ceasefire. So tell me this. Israel cries out for help from America to keep Iran from making bombs. Nuclear bombs, that is. America, in which a lot of us didn't want us to get involved with, America responded by getting involved, bombing the living daylights out of their nuclear power plant. Iran, okay, we got our butts whooped. It's a wrap. President Trump gets them to form a ceasefire, and the first thing that Israel does is go and drop bombs? But Israel is the one being bullied. Israel is the little guy. Israel cries out for help. And then when we blew them up, Iran that is, when we blew their nuclear power plant up and dismantled them, while they're dismantled, and we call for peace, the first thing Israel does is go and bomb them. Now, to some of you guys, which I see what your perspective is, some of you guys that feel like President Trump is owned and ran by Israel. I think right now, from what y'all just experienced when he said he is not happy with Israel, We're gonna see. We're gonna see. What did someone said, bring them home said, where did you read that, dude? Where did I read what? The what, that they blew up those nuclear facilities, whether they be power plants or facilities, whatever the case may be, those uranium, where they did all that uranium stuff at, where they were trying to where they had the uranium at 60%, and then they say, you know, they can enrich it within 90% within a week or so, like that. I'm talking about that. Thomas C., according to President Trump has it to where I'm hearing, and I'll show you guys again. President Trump put it out as if Israel broke the ceasefire. He said that when they had the ceasefire announced, he said 12 hours to where they were going to sign off, whatever it is that they do whenever they sign off on the ceasefire. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the procedure is. But whatever that is, President Trump said within an hour, Israel dropped bombs, which is of the likes that they've never done before. Israel did it. So I'm just saying, y'all, we'll see how all this turns out, because now Iran, I don't know, Iran responded. But guys, listen to me when I tell y'all this. I know some of you guys disagreed, and we're all not going to agree on everything. But imagine if what I said that we shouldn't do. What did I tell y'all that we shouldn't do? And a lot of y'all were mad that I said this. A lot of y'all disagree with it. What did I tell you guys that we should not do? Can somebody please answer that in here? Okay, so look, Cryptic Hunter said, are you sure Iran didn't fire first? Get it right, man. I have respect for you, but know the true facts before you say this. Okay, that's a fair point. And with that point being made, let me tell you what our president said and who he said fired. Okay, so I want you to listen to this. Okay, keep your ears open. Okay, that's President Trump, correct? Let's hear what President Trump said.
They made the deal. They came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which
Listen.
I've never seen.
Do you believe that Iran is still committed to peace?
Yeah, I do.
I want you to pay attention. Okay, listen to this.
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with the load of bombs, the likes. Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before.
Who did it?
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before.
Who did it?
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before.
Since you said I want to tell the truth, you want to hear it again?
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before.
For the people in the back.
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because of one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Say what, Trump? What'd you say?
That have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Well, there you have it right there. So again, look here. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know I don't just get up here and I just spew a bunch of bull crap for clicks or anything like that. You want to know why? Because when I get a hold of what we call the truth, I like for my subscribers, my followers, my mentees, I like for people that just actually don't know a lot of what's going on, especially my family, who are, a lot of people are ignorant to it. I like to show people the truth. I don't just get up here and spew stuff and speculation or anything like that to get sensationalism involved or propaganda involved in there. Ladies and gentlemen, there are 727 people in here right now, and there's only 99 thumbs ups. Please do me a favor. If you're on your phone, double click your screen, okay? And if you're on your computer, give the video a thumbs up, folks, because giving the video a thumbs up, At least it shows your appreciation for the information that I'm giving you. But one of the biggest things that hitting the thumbs up button does, clicking the thumbs up button, it pushes my information out in the YouTube algorithm world, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it does. That's what it does. So again, with that being said, my question to a lot of people who will most likely be in denial, Trump, in his words, made it like Israel is the one that were the aggressors after the ceasefire was made. It seems to me that Trump is pissed off because he thought that there was a ceasefire. In other words, that there was getting ready to be peace. And then now, just think about this as well. J.D. Vance also said in the interview last night that he think that with this ceasefire, we're going to see peace in the Middle East like we've never seen before. But to me, it sounds like President Trump is pissed off that Israel broke the ceasefire. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, for the ones that are watching right now, I appreciate you guys all being here, whether you agree or disagree. To the news producers that send me this information, I really appreciate you guys for doing this. And if you guys are going to DM me or email me more information as it come out, please let me know. That way I can let the people here that watches the channel know, because I know some of the news network producers are in this chat right now. I seen y'all screen name. I'm not gonna shout. I'm not gonna say nothing about y'all names. I told y'all, I gave y'all my word. I won't give your names away. But everybody else that's in here right now, please do me a favor and click that thumbs up button before you get out of here. And also, if you are just now seeing me for the first time, consider subscribing to the channel, because I'm one of those people that they don't like getting information out like this. I'm one of those people that they don't like, that speak the truth and tell the truth without any regrets. I'm not scared to tell the truth. I'm not scared of anybody. I don't root for the left or the right. I root for the up, which is God, which is righteousness, peace, and truth. And I just want you guys to be informed whenever I get information like this. It has nothing to do with me backing up Trump or backing up the left or backing up the right, being a liberal, being a Democrat, being a Republican, being conservative. I'm just me. I'm just a typical law-abiding citizen American that cares about my country, and I feel that we should put our country first. Now, before I do get out of here, let me tell you guys what I was meaning when I told you guys. I said, and nobody seemed to have answered it. I told you guys, answer me. What did I tell you guys we never should have done as the United States? I said we never should have gotten involved with this at all. I said this before we bombed them. I said it when Netanyahu was asking the United States for support. I said, y'all, we need to take care of our own home, didn't I? I said it from the beginning. I said, we need to take care of our own home first. Now, imagine this right now. Imagine if we never would have used those B-2 bombers. Imagine if we never would have got involved. President Trump right now wouldn't be pissed off like this. He would not be pissed off. He would not be pissed off that the ceasefire deal was broke. He would just be sitting there like, hey, we're just going to continue to hope the best for Israel and what they got going on. He would never be right here, right now, pissed off, dropping an F-bomb because Israel rescinded the ceasefire deal. If we never would have got involved, ladies and gentlemen, we would not be having this conversation right now. Now, I'm not saying this to say, aha, I got you guys or anything like that. It's just to show you that I think no matter what, we should put our home first. We should make sure that our home is taken care of before we go out and try to help or take care of any other neighbor's homes. Because just look what happened. You trying to get your house in order, and I'm metaphorically speaking, you're trying to get your house in order. And while you're trying to get your house in order, your neighbor around the corner starts saying, hey, I need to help you. I need you to help me do this, help me do that. You go help your neighbor, and you think that your neighbor is good to go. You go back and try to fix your own house, and then here it is again. Your neighbor does something. Let me stop. Your neighbor does something that you see as being unacceptable, and now you got to get more involved in that. So now your focus now is more on your neighbor and your neighbor's issues than it is on your own home issues. Anyway, folks, with that being said, again, hit that thumbs up button before y'all get out of here. When I get more information, I promise you I will update you guys and let you guys all know. Again, consider subscribing to the channel if you like what I'm doing. Go over and check out the content that I posted on my channel thus far. Tell a friend, Tell a family member, tell associate, tell a coworker who might be like-minded like you to check out my channel, subscribe to the channel. And once you subscribe to the channel, if you don't like what you see on there, then hey, by all means, unsubscribe, all right? I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.